Hello, I'm Nari McDiarmid from miningnews.net, and it's great to be speaking again with John Welborn, Executive Chairman with Fenix Resources. And John, we're speaking ahead of Mining News Select Australia. So, for investors attending, what's the key message you'd like them to understand about the company?
Thanks for the opportunity, Nari. The key messages around Fenix is we're an iron ore producer in the midwest of Western Australia with three key business pillars. We're obviously a miner, and we're a logistics company, and we have our own port operations at the Port of Geraldton. And we've got an enviable track record of achievement. We raised $15 million. The last time we raised money from the market is 2019. And since then, we've produced more than 7 million tonnes of iron ore, and we're on track to triple our production rate from last year in the current year. And from September onwards, we hope to be at 4 million tonnes a year of high-grade iron ore, profitable company, and one that's looking to continue our growth trajectory.
Well, given you're such an integrated business, John, what do you see as the cornerstone asset of Fenix?
I think it's our people. We've created more than 300 jobs in the midwest of Western Australia across those three business pillars of mining, logistics, and haulage, and its capability of getting things done. The Midwest has been a prolific area of exploration, but there's been a lack of production out of the region. So there's lots of JORC resources, there's lots of projects that have completed feasibilities. And Fenix's skill set and our ambition and passion is to unlock the value of those resources. And we do that by being good miners and be very good at logistics and also having key infrastructure. To direct your question about the key assets, I think obviously it's our people, but it's also our infrastructure. We have almost 500,000 tonnes of on-wharf storage at Geraldton Port. We own the only side-tipping truck unloader at Geraldton Port. We have access to the rail dumper there, and work backwards from that. That unlocks the region. And then we have an incredibly efficient logistics network with the new haul fleet of quad road trains that we own and operate ourselves. And then where it usually starts and what most people look at is the mines that we operate, including the Iron Ridge mine, which is behind me, and the Shine Iron Ore mine, which we commissioned last year. And this year we'll be commissioning our third mine, the W11 mine.
Well, in terms of what's coming up, John, you mentioned a growth trajectory and obviously the mine that W11 that's not too far away now. But what should investors be keeping an eye out for news-wise from Fenix?
Well, I think the key catalyst is the commissioning of W11 expected to occur during the September quarter. That will achieve our expected run rate of 4 million tonnes per annum. We've shown over the last few years that we can be highly profitable and generate very strong cash flow on a 1.5 million tonne per production rate. So we're almost tripling production. And so that's something that investors should keep an eye on. But the bigger picture around Fenix is actually a vision to fundamentally change the Midwest by unlocking the stranded deposits and the value within them. So we see and we're looking to identify a pathway where we can go from relatively small scale production of these little mines at a reasonable margin, but still across the iron ore landscape, a relatively high cost producer. Our ambition is to be a high volume, low cost producer. And that's an ongoing transformation. People who follow Fenix will see us having expanded our infrastructure, expanded our operations. But the next step is a fundamental transformation. We see the potential to be a 10 million tonne a year producer. To do that, first of all, we have to expand significantly our available resource base, and then we have to match our logistics to a different style of low-cost business. And that's a vision that I'm really looking forward to outlining for the market and particularly for Fenix shareholders. The Midwest is a fascinating space. It's a great place to be a miner, but the key to unlocking value is actually having the right logistics solutions, efficiency and the ability to deliver your product, not just to the Port of Geraldton, but all the way to customers. And I think the one thing I'd just expand a little bit in greater detail about that future opportunity, it's around maximising the potential of our mining operations, our logistics operations, and our port and ultimately shipping operations. There are huge opportunities to increase the scale, decrease the cost, raise the efficiency, and really build a company that's actually going to make a real difference in the Midwest of Western Australia, and certainly in the hands of its shareholders.
Well, John, thanks very much for taking the time to speak today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.